It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. And coming right up, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for Golden State, they are clearly amped up for this one and determined to have a strong showing from the get-go. They feel this is a game they can win and want to establish that pace early on. And Draymond Green in the lineup, one of the most entertaining, energetic players in the league, Shaq.
When you factor in the impact he's had defensively, Ernie, you really start to see his value. You know, Golden State has a championship, and this guy is a main factor for them having the championship.
I don't think you can find another player at his position that does what he does. You know, very few guys can play 4 positions from the power forward position, and then guard center. So actually, he's playing 5 positions, Ernie. That's right. Every single position on the court, he's able to play.
And with tip-off fast approaching, we send you courtside. Kevin Harlan, he's got the call.
And that's Coit Tower, perched high atop Telegraph Hill here in San Francisco. We're just across the bay in Oakland for today's broadcast. The Bucks continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup on the road. Home court advantage goes to the Warriors playing here at the Oracle Arena. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, there is no more doubt. With the Splash Brothers of Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, the Warriors have the best shooting backcourt in history. Asked to define the term Splash Brothers, Thompson said, the definition is make it rain. To hear the net swoosh, that beautiful sound. 2 shooters who are locked and loaded from 30 feet in, and you can't relax. Kevin?
Yeah, when it rains, it pours, GA. Thank you. And these teams both look to get out and run at every opportunity.
Oh, that's right. They're fast breaking that open court basketball. Very much in favor in today's game. I mean, it's fun to watch for the fans, too. Plenty of highlights.
So fun. And it's the Warriors to start out. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Parker and Monroe together inside. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3 slot. Middleton with it, picked up by Thompson. Screen by Monroe. Ball's knocked loose. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Thompson. Makes it off the glass. Thompson's got his team on the board to start the game for the Warriors.
A stronger guy than some think. I mean, it's not enough just to bump Klay. You have to do more.
Middleton can't get it to go.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Thompson against Middleton. 3-pointer. He can't get that one to fall. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Antetokounmpo kicks to Carter Williams, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Screen by Monroe. They get the rebound. Excellent D there from Pachulia.
Well, first let's talk about the pick. That was as lazy of a screen as I've ever seen. You have to commit on it if you want to get your teammate open.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Monroe, and Craig Monroe with the slam.
And the precision lead pass by a highly skilled playmaker.
Curry dishes to Durant. Back to Curry from deep. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Curry's got himself on the board with 3 there.
One thing that I don't think Steve Kerr gets enough credit for is the mentality and atmosphere he's created with the Warriors. His teams have been able to stay focused in their pursuit of 73. His team keeps a relaxed vibe among the players, yet they all play hard for him.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Middleton, the pass to Monroe. That's tipped.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Kerr, with the atmosphere of the Warriors, still knows when he has to get in their face and keep the team, Chris, from getting too lackadaisical. But the team is always on the same page.
Well, a lot of what an NBA coach does isn't so much X's and O's as it is getting everyone to work on the same page, as a unit. Kerr has mastered that with every Warrior, giving up either a few touches or some extra dollars to buy into the system and take this team to that elite level.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Kicks it to Green. Picked by Pachulia. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Green's got his first points of the game.
Inside, outside, in transition, Draymond's an extremely versatile scorer.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Monroe. Poked loose. The drive by Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside. Monroe sets a screen for Carter Williams. For 3, Middleton. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Parker. It's Durant with the drive. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Bucks trail by 8. Middleton dishes to Parker. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Golden State gets called for the foul. And what a solid comeback Jabari Parker made last year after an ACL ended his rookie season before Greg had even began.
Yeah, and what the injury did was force Jabari to become stronger and more well-conditioned in terms of his training. When feeling his best, he's a dynamic scorer off the dribble. Struggles a little on D, but the rest of his game has enormous upside. And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the first.
Set up!
West inside. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Antetokounmpo. A second chance effort, and he sinks the layup.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Simple rule of team rebounding. Everyone needs to box out someone when the shot goes up. A number of assignments were missed right there.
Bucks trail by 4. Here's Maker. No good that time. West with some nice D. Green inside. He's against Parker. And the stuff by West.
Always keeping his head up. Draymond rarely misses the open man.
And the Bucks, they're shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Ball stolen. Here's Living.
Oh! And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Warriors leading by 5. West setting the pick for Green. Pass to West. The dish now to Livingston. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Clark's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Bucks trail by 8. Dellavedova kicks to Maker. Middleton outside to the left wing. Parker passes to Middleton. That's a 2 from Dellavedova. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You can bet if he's left open from there again, he's probably going to knock that one down.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Warriors lead by 8. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
I mean, jumping passing lanes, pressuring the ball, really forcing their opponents into some of these mistakes.
On the court for the Bucks, Carter Williams is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. Then it's Miles Plumlee. Then there's Mirza Teletovic. And it's Henson in at the 4. Carter Williams with the bucket.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Warriors leading by 5. And here's the fast break. Carter Williams leading the way. Teletovic from outside. The shot that time not on target. Excellent D here by Iguodala.
And as easy as things were for the Warriors during the regular season as far as injuries go, that wasn't the case in the playoffs. Steph Curry would deal with ankle problems early against the Rockets in their series and sprain his MCL in Game 4. The Warriors would rally, but what a huge blow it is to be without the reigning two-time MVP for a large chunk.
And the Warriors would rally without Steph as they were able to get past the Rockets easy enough.
Well, and the Warriors needed to keep that ship steady with Curry out.
Here's Plumlee. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Pachulia, he's checked in for David West.
And I think I only counted 4 total steps for Durant to go from one end of the floor to the other. I mean, he's just incredible in the open floor.
Dellavedova kicks to Henson. And slam dunk by Henson.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Out left to the wing, the shot by Carter Williams, nobody around. The quick look, no good that time. And Thompson kicks to Durant. Good! Durant's got the lead up to 9 now for the Warriors.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Durant with the steal. Lobbed up there for Durant. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And Durant gives you such a huge target on alley-oops. I mean, he can go up and grab anything as long as it's in the general direction of the rim.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Start it. Way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up.
a few years, do you think?
Well, I really like Towns and Wiggins. I really like this Minnesota team. I think their team can become a fan favorite as we see the game go on. Also, Kyrie Irving. How about Kyrie Irving? Just won a championship. How about Davis, Anthony Davis? I just think we have some great young talent. Excited to see what the future holds.
So fun. Count it. Curry's got 5 now.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Carter Williams kicks to Henson. 13 feet away. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Now here's Pachulia. Curry, wide open, bangs home the trifecta. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
Probably isn't a better catch-and-shoot player in the game. Steph right on time once again.
Poked loose, stolen by Thompson. And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And John Henson with the slam.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Warriors leading by 12. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Chris Middleton is a prototype off guard. He likes to run off screens, catch, and shoot. He described his mindset saying, just space the floor, be patient, not force anything, and move the ball. Let those guys penetrate and find the best shot for the team. Team player indeed, Kevin.
Thanks, D.A., and he's developing his postgame. He can get in the paint now when they need him to.
Look at that, just tremendous body control by Curry. He takes the hit, finishes the play. We'll see if he can add to it at the line. You know he usually will add to this at the line.
Some changes for Golden State. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Thompson. The Bucks also changing it up. Akers checked in for Henson. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Mirza Teletovic. And Middleton subbed in for Carter Williams. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it, the fast break chance.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Ian Clark's checked in for Steph Curry.
Now, you gotta love what Sean Livingston gives you as a point guard. He comes in, continues to run the offense and setting up his teammates. He has a great back-to-the-basket game to get his points on the block as well.
And with Livingston, he's absolutely deadly when posting up another point guard.
Well, he doesn't take a lot of threes like his comrades, but he does feast when he brings the defender to the post. His huge height for a point guard, well, that just helps him get his shot off on those smooth turnarounds. It also helps him on the defensive end, as he's quick enough to stick with any position 1 through 3, but can use his length to disrupt passes.
Now, here's Livingston.
Still with enough explosiveness and with great length to finish, Sean Livingston.
1:25 left in the first half. Dellavedova with the ball. Now guarded by Pachulia. Yep, that one goes. Monroe's got his second bucket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
What an awful decision there. No reason that turnover should have taken place.
West is checked in for Golden State. Bucks trail by 15. Dellavedova dishes to Monroe. Can't hit that one. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
Well, he hasn't gotten much to fall, and it's costing his team dearly.
Durant drawing the double team. Six to shoot. Lets it go from deep. That shot off. Good work defensively by Monroe. Dellavedova kicks to Maker. No good from outside. Warriors leading by 15. Outside Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
You want no part of that when Durant gets speed going at the rim. Stepping in the way is a fast track to ending up on a poster.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now here is Dellavedova. The drive by Monroe. Up again. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And that does it for the first half of play. Warriors ahead, up by 15. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Draymond, of course, not unusual to see you going up against bigger players. So how do you take advantage of that offensively?
I mean, you just got to take advantage of mismatches. You know, most of the time there's a big guy on me. If not, there's usually somebody trying to switch off. You know, I just got to know when to pop and just take advantage of the mismatches.
You've done just that in the first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They lead by 15. Kenny, what's your take?
In terms of their offensive performance, that was a very well-played half of basketball. Good ball movement off the ball, hard screens being set, and they found the guy for the open look. That's how they were able to shoot such a tremendous percentage from the field. With that fluid, efficient offense, they'll be tough to catch in the second half.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
He's taking his time, not forcing anything, just getting his points within the flow of the offense.
And so it's Milwaukee with it, down by 15. It's the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. Durant is out there with Green, and it's Pachulia in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Now here's Parker. Back to Carter Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo kicks to Monroe, and Curry pulls it down.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Basket good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Monroe left side. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. And that's now 6 points for Greg Monroe. One of last year's flashiest free agent signings, 3 years, $60 million. Greg Monroe did not disappoint.
Yeah, really thrived playing a lot at center after having spent the early years at the power forward position. Well-rounded post scorer with excellent court vision, and plus a rebounder at both ends of the floor. That subpar athleticism can hurt defensively at times, but he is an asset on the floor.
The awareness of everything around him. Curry picks it clean, then off to the races.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Clearly, he's not.
Listen up. We have these guys back on their heels.
So to get them to tighten up that defense.
And they may have to address a number of things, including whether this is the right lineup.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. Now here's Parker. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And Curry, here we go. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
Recognizing the defensive imbalance, Curry quickly locates the open man.
Antetokounmpo against Iguodala. Iguodala with the steal. And here we go. And Green slams it in.
And all of a sudden, you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Well, sometimes it just takes a couple of shots to fall. They're on the roll right now.
Now here's Carter Williams. 5 points in the game. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Carter Williams against Curry. They double-team Curry. From downtown, rebound by Parker.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Carter Williams. He dishes it to Monroe. Will it go? Count it. Good. Monroe's got 4 points this quarter.
And a big height advantage right there.
That's just a smart play. As soon as he caught the ball with the smaller man on him, he squared up and smoothly knocked that one down.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Carter Williams kicks to Monroe and misses it off the right side of the rim.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And a lot of legends say nowadays, Chris, players don't have that same animosity they once had toward other teams, other players. Why is that? And which camp did you fall in?
Well, I think the world is smaller now. I think when you look at the fact of the internet and the fact that you can now watch your friends that maybe you met at camp in 14 and 15, you can watch them now through the various apps. I think it allows you to stay closer, you know, and allows you to build those relationships. The fact that everybody has a cellular phone now. So I think the world is smaller than it was when I played.
Yeah.
But there are some guys that I really respect and I haven't spoken to until after they've retired. Or until after I've retired. And so I wasn't in the camp of kissy, huggy, Philly, all that good stuff. If I knew you and I played with you on another team, and I'd always show you love, but you could be my brother, and once the jump ball goes up, if you're on the other team, you know, for these 48 minutes, I don't know you, you know, so the only family I have during those 48 minutes is my mom in the stands cheering for me, my pops, and my 12 teammates and my coaches. I want to see guys fight and claw for it and compete, and not that you can't. It just kind of doesn't throw the impression that you are when you're singing Kumbaya together at halftime during the game, smiling and taking pictures.
That's an excellent point. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the league and NBA teams have become much more aware of protecting players' health, and they're finding out that rest and sleep are a huge part of that. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said medicine and science have improved and thought processes do as well. He said in the old days, guys played 48 minutes. Well, we've made advances. We don't go backwards with this stuff. We go forwards. And guys, that's why they want their players off their feet as much as possible.
Good report, D.A.
Bring it in. Take a seat.
That changed pretty dramatically since the league stopped enforcing man-to-man as the only strategy. What do you see from that change?
I see from that change guys kind of losing their skill one-on-one, having to score because they aren't used to playing against true defenses. I think sometimes it's a cop-out for the defense. I think the NBA is a different league. I think the NBA are the best players in the world, and therefore you should be able to guard your man one-on-one. I think that rule may have been put in place so that coaches can hide defenders on their team that can't play defense, but yet still keep them as an integral part of the team on offense on the other end. So I'm definitely not a big fan of it, but hey, it's a rule, and if I were a coach, I'd definitely use it if I saw fit. But it's just so hard to rebound on defense, so easy for the offense to rebound because you can't see. You have to communicate that much more, but you know, hey, if you're playing against a team that is shooting the lights out and you want to stop penetration sometime, that may be the way to go, but not a big fan of the zone.
Like that.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Now here is Dellavedova. 6 points for him. And here is Carter Williams. Pass to Maker. From outside the arc. Milwaukee the rebound. He feeds it to Teletovic. Iguodala with the steal. And Iguodala with a clear path to the hoop. The three. Livingston, that's good. Livingston's got 7 points in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Dellavedova, the pass to Plumlee. Maker kicks to Teletovic. Banked in off the glass.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Green in the post. Passes to Clark. From deep. Milwaukee with the rebound. Up top, Dellavedova. Misses off the left iron.
Oh, really surprised he clanked that one. He makes those on the regular.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Warriors on top, running away with it. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
We're not talking to each other, offensively or defensively. Let's talk.
And Coach Jason Kidd citing one of the things that can happen over the course of an evening, a breakdown in communication.
And the problem is, even in a league of superstars, this is ultimately a team game. You have to work together to succeed.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. On the court for the Bucks, they've got Vaughn. Brogdon out there with Ennis. Then it's John Henson. And it's Plumlee in at the 5. Count that bucket. 15 points for Kevin Durant.
And over the course of his career, Durant has become more and more welcoming to create contact.
Vaughn kicks to Plumlee. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Ennis. He can't get that one to fall. And Golden State will come the other way. And Durant, here we go. Yep, that one goes in there.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Ennis. Varejao comes with the double team. Here's Plumlee. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And that's really using the double team against the defense there and creating that pinpoint passing to attack.
And Durant gets double teamed. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. One of the most impactful free agent moves in league history, certainly Kevin Durant. Greg signing with the Golden State Warriors.
It sent shockwaves through the league. I mean, we've heard of teams with 3 All-Stars before, but you know, the Warriors now have 4. And when you look at Curry, Thompson, Durant, and Green, you could argue that each of them are the best at their respective position in the NBA. Boy, that is scary for the opposition.
Here's Brogdon.
And pressing a bit here, down in the game, trying to use the three-point shot to get back into it, and instead it's led to a lot of empty possessions this half.
Durant, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Over to the left wing. And it's the Warriors on the break. Livingston, no luck. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Henson, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
That free throw, no good.
And one thing you have to like about the Bucks, I mean, this is really an unselfish basketball team. Terrific assist totals almost every night, and I think largely because they've been acquiring guys with that team-first mentality.
No, well, you just got to keep feeding him the ball. Everything he shoots has been gold so far.
And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And talking about the unselfishness of the Bucks players, one would also think that comes from the top down.
Well, you think about who's coached the club the past couple years. This is an organization that believes in team-oriented basketball. Bucks really focus on getting each other good shots last season, something that was evident when you'd watch them play.
Milwaukee with the ball. Following the shot by Kevin Durant. And it's the Warriors on the break. Durant's got the ball. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. The Bucks shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Here's Brogdon, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
Durant attacking. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. And one thing we've seen from Kevin Durant so far in his career is that he shows up big when games mean the most. His team might not always win when the lights are their brightest, but he is still at his very best.
You are so right. Whenever he is on the national stage, it seems that is when he drops 40 and 10, and he's been playing in huge games his entire life and knows how to amp himself up. And while some stars can wilt or vanish in big games, Durant just seems to flourish.
Now here's Plumlee. Poked away. Stolen by Varejao. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. And Durant gets it to go. Durant's got 10 points in the quarter.
And Durant has such poise when he drives. You can bump him, throw him off balance, but he'll still find a way to finish.
Down low. And a strong finish with two hands.
Terrific ball movement. No surprise it leads to a good shot.
The Warriors making a switch here. Jones is checked in, and Milwaukee with a change here too. Akers checked in for Henson. And the Bucks are an interesting team. There was the trade involving Brandon Knight, Michael Carter-Williams a while ago. They signed Greg Monroe to a free agent contract last season. Re-signed John Henson. A lot of moving parts with the Bucks.
And they're still trying to identify the right combination of players because they're still struggling with consistency. On paper, at times, it seems like the team should have more wins than it actually does. Oh, nice drive there to get to the bucket using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
Now here's Durant. He's guarded closely. No good with the layup. For Milwaukee, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Now here's Ennis, defended by Durant. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Yeah, foolish play. He's got to be thinking out there.
Well, that's just a rush decision on his part. He needs to take his time out there and make better choices.
West is checked in for McAdoo. The Bucks also with the sub. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for a shot. Vaughn. And again, it's the Warriors missing. No one near Teletovic as he lets it go. That one off the back iron and out. Warriors have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Ennis kicks to Teletovic. Now here's Ennis. D right on him. Maker, no one around him. And again, the Bucks miss. Golden State's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Kevin Durant. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And the one thing you can't speak enough about, Chris, with this Warriors team is they are just an offensive team. They have one of the toughest defenses in the league, too.
Well, just look at their rosters. Defenders at every position. And it isn't just defenders that can slow down one position. They have guys like Klay and Draymond who can guard multiple positions. That means you can switch. The versatility allows them to match up with anyone while throwing out their small ball lineups.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now thanks to that last little spurt.
No, that's the nail in the coffin. Call it a game.
Now here's Ennis. Here's the floater. Maker misses.
Ooh, can't believe he missed that one. I thought for sure that was going in.
Durant against Toledovich. Durant drawing the double team. Count that one. Durant's got 31.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
Well, look, you always want to give your all for your home crowd, and so far, they have done just that.
And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Oh, and look out. KD is just hurting everyone's feelings with that slam. Simply amazing.
Ennis dishes to Toledovich. They need this, and the basket by Maker. Now Durant. From deep three-point range, misses. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Kevin, we expect big games for you. How do you put together 4 quarters of excellence like tonight?
Well, I'm just playing off my teammates. I'm not trying to force anything. Just take what the defense gives me and be aggressive.
Yeah, you set the tone tonight and got the win. Thanks very much, Kevin. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, friends and neighbors. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith as we move forward to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant. Really answered the bell in the fourth quarter. He got into attack mode early. That fired up his teammates. End of story.
There aren't many players I enjoy watching more than Kevin Durant, as long as I'm not on the other team, because I would have to knock him on his back. Anyway, he's as versatile and complete as you could ask a player to be. Truly an all-time great. Just got to sit back and appreciate KD on a night like this.
His points in the paint were a big factor for them tonight. He consistently took it to the rack. Relentless.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.